it's April here, and today I have a sketchbook tour of number 37. This is a Art Creations, Royal Talents Art Creations A4 sketchbook, and I finished it in November, I think. But this sketchbook has had a lot of, it's had a long life. It started off in February 2022 for Patreon. I was gonna do a sketchbook just on trees, and I gave up because it was just too hard. It was like hard work. And then I started phase 2, painting. I was gonna paint trees. I did 2 pages, and then again in the 3rd of December 2023, 22, I don't know. Who knows? Look, I finished it 2 months ago in November 2023. So I've had the sketchbook for ages. I've been wanting to finish it for ages. And here we go. It's a lot of different stuff in it. So the first few pages are, like I mentioned, for Patreon. I wanted to have a secret sketchbook for Patreon that we just worked on trees with. And I did it like this, where I used markers and pencil and I kind of studied the tree. I really love these pages actually, but it was just a lot of work doing it. Like it felt like schoolwork. It didn't feel like art or like fun at all. And also, like, there's so many trees. I think I did maybe 6 or 7, and I still didn't learn anything. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you what a beech tree is if I saw it in the real life, which was the whole point I wanted to do it. I wanted to learn all about the trees. So, you know, it was fun. I think we're getting to the end now. The downy birch. The only things I did learn actually were the difference between the downy birch and the silver birch. So I did learn something, but yeah, it was just like hard work basically. So I stopped doing that. In a minute, I guess. I mean, the trees just keep on going. Buckthorn. Here we go. We're not even to the seas. Here we go with the cedar. We got a cedar here. I mean, the pages are fun to look at. I think it would have been kind of fun, but I got super bored. So I moved on to painting. Then I thought, hey, I will fill the sketchup up with trees, but they'll be painted trees, and I won't try to study them or just like, I wanted to basically get better at painting them. This is when I was going through a very like big Claire Brumner phase, where I was really looking at a lot of her art and watching a lot of her videos. I even have one of her courses that I haven't done, but I was very inspired by her. If you know Claire Brumner, you probably recognize this, like kind of like the influences from there. Still love her art. I just haven't been painting as much recently, trees and landscapes and things, but her art's lovely. So yeah, I really like this one. This was the second one I did not like it. And then I think I just kind of gave up. I used it outside for plein air a couple of times. I took this to Tarn House in the Lake District and did some very interesting plein air sketches. Very abstract, very messy, but you know, it's always fun to get outside and draw when the weather's nice. I think this is the last one I did. I actually quite like this one. And then I started using it as a normal sketchbook, so I would just paint whatever I felt like. This is from a photo that I took last summer. This is one of my favourite spreads, is the ducks, the geese. There were 4 geese. There was a brown goose, and there were 3 white geeses. One of the white geese left, then the brown goose left. Now there's only 2 geese. I don't know where the other 2 have gone, but they were here last summer, and I loved going to the river every couple of days or so and looking at them. This was when we went to, I think this is Muncaster Castle. We went there for my birthday in June, took some photos and did some drawings afterwards. I really love the bushes and the bright pink here. This is Grassmere, I believe, in the Lake District. From Silver Howe looking down. I don't know, maybe, who knows. This is a bear feeding a bird. It was from a photo that I did. I think I did this on a live stream actually, from a photo. And then I didn't know what to do with it, so I just added this bench in, and the bear. It doesn't really match, like the perspectives and stuff don't really match, but it was a bit of fun. And then another photo from a walk that we did. This is like a ladder going over a wall that we had to climb into the forest. Yeah, I don't really know what I was doing. Like, I don't know what I was really feeling like or what I was into at this time. I was just kind of doing everything. This looks like some material test. I think this is Neocolor. I don't know what I was doing. It looks like I was just messing around with different materials and how they go on top of each other. But don't ask me what I was doing. I cannot remember. actually really like this spread too. I did this is the same photo, but I did it 2 different ways. One was with watercolor. There's some different, one was with paint pens, one was with paint. Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember why I did and what I was doing for some of these. But every time I'm in my sketchbook, it's always kind of about experimentation and play, and having fun is the best thing. I did this on stream one night. We did bugs and like a Halloween, it was like Halloween-y things, I think. It's a very strange page. Some more material studies, I guess. I think this is just like looking at Neo colours. Don't know why. Oh, I really like this one here. I did this like little sketch and I didn't really like it. It's kind of, it looks like it's trying to be stylized, but it's not really getting there, and it doesn't look realistic. It doesn't, I mean, obviously it does. None of my work looks realistic, but yeah, I didn't really know like what I was going for. So then I decided to really stylize it. So I did this little page here and I made like all these little circles that were the bushes, and I really like this. I think it's kind of cool. Random dog. I think I did this with Doggust. I think there's going to be some Doggust pages coming up now. So Doggust is a challenge I did in August last year, where you draw a dog every day for the month of August. And I actually had a Doggust sketchbook that had most of the dogs in, but then this was like a little bit of spillover. I can't remember if I showed this in my Doggust video that I had, but Doggust was super fun. I actually have some postcards I printed out with my oil pastel doggos. These are like the sketches, and I did oil pastels. So look out for those in a couple of months. I'll be in my Etsy shop. Oh, and then this is where the fun starts for me. This is when I feel like the sketchbook became mine, kind of halfway through. It was during September. It was just after Doggust, just before Peachtober. So it's like that awkward month in between. And I wanted to draw lots of things. After just drawing dogs all month, I wanted to draw like a lot of stuff. So I asked on Instagram for prompts, and basically that's why these are cut in. I had all the prompts in a little list, like a little jar, and I would pick them up each day. And then I would do a spread each day from the prompts, and it was so much fun. I'm going to do it again next year if I can. I think I'm going to call the challenge Promptember or Drawing Your Prompts. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was super fun. So this was Urban Sketching. I really love this spread. I think it was in Germany somewhere. This is Chairs and Sofas. I tried doing different stuff every day, just whatever I felt like, really. This was Chickens. I think I did this on Instagram Live with Sedem, actually. So that one was accidentally deleted. But if you watched the Instagram Live, let me know. It was really fun to draw chickens. This was Mushrooms. This is actually one of my favourites too. I really want to make this into like a mini print. I think it's really nice. And then Emotions. So very simple one. This is just a fun exercise to do if you don't know if you just want to like warm up one day, or you want to draw but you don't know what to do. It's really fun to do. Just like blob faces. Birds. I mean, I love my birds. I remember really disliking this spread at the time, like these 2 pages. I don't know why, I just really did not like them, but these were so popular on Instagram. People were saying they didn't know what I was talking about. They were like, no, it's fine. This is probably one of my absolute favorite pages in the whole sketchbook. It's unicorns, and like, if you guys know, you know, I mean, you guys know that for artists and illustrators, horses are one of the worst things for people to draw because they're so difficult. But it was so fun. I just went full goof mode. I was like, look, let's just make them goofy because they're not going to turn out that great. And I think they turned out fun. I really like them, actually. So this was Tropical Fish. I think this was with all Neo colours. Very waxy feeling. Cats and Teapots. I think I chose 2 that day. I can't remember why, but Cats and Teapots, I think that was really fun. I like some of these a lot. Some of these were actually teapots I found online, and then this was Cats in Teapots. I think I continued, yeah. So I had 40k on Instagram around about the same time, and I really liked, I don't know if it's from this page or if I just did this little doodle, but I really liked the idea of the cat in the teapot. So I did this for my 40k on Instagram. which was this one. And I think I must have, I think I took it into Photoshop or something and moved all the stuff around because it didn't look like this in the end. This is another one of my favourites that I did that month. It was Forest, and I actually made this into a little character. I might make this into a print actually, if I remember how. I remember how, if I remember to do it. I might make this into a print because I really like this. And then I was getting ready for Peachtober, which I failed miserably, but it's not a problem. I did some little bees. This was actually on an Instagram reel that I did. It was my very first sponsored Instagram post with FlexiSpot. So this is what I drew for that. Then we got cows and otters. People and outfits. I really like this page. I hardly ever draw people, but I thought this was really fun. This girl's my favourite with her little cat. Wild cats and flowers. This is also really another fun one to do. I never really do environments with animals, so I probably should try. Especially these giant flowers are kind of fun. Houses and rooms. This is a fun one too. It's just fun doing different prompts. This is when I was getting ready for Peachtober, and I was looking at all of the colours I was going to use, because basically I wanted to do everything digitally on Procreate but make it look traditional. So I was looking at different colours I could use for my pencils, things that I liked, and then I actually made these colours into a digital colour palette on Procreate. These were some of the backgrounds that I did, so I scanned these in before I went on holiday and used them for backgrounds. And the reason why I failed Peachtober is because I was in South Africa for 3 weeks of October. So I was at home for the first like 4-5 days, and then I was in South Africa on holiday for the rest. I have no idea how I thought I could do the entirety of Peachtober while on holiday, but I did, and I failed so hard. I think I did like 4, but yeah, it's fine. There's always next year. This was like an online thing with Beth Spencer, I think, and Adam Ming, and it was doing like foxes and bunnies, kind of like how he draws them. It was really fun. We did a few pages, like different exercises, and then we stylized them. I really love some of these characters. And some more stylization, and then we had to draw them. Fox sat next to a hole, rabbit was waiting. So yeah, that was really nice. This one is just some, I think we finished September now, so this is just kind of finishing off the sketchbook. This was after South Africa. This was a photo I took at South Africa that I just drew. It's like of this giant chicken statue. This was some Halloween-y stuff, more Halloween-y pumpkins. It must have been around Halloween. More chickens, always chickens. This was my dad. We did this on stream. So if you were there, shout out to you. Thank you for joining. But we did my dad as like we were going through photos of South Africa, and people were like, draw your dad. And I wasn't going to draw, because I don't draw people, like hardly ever, because I'm not very good at them. But we did my dad a few times. It was fun. It was fun, I guess. Okay, this is a rude one. Sorry, I should have given you a warning. 2 cows really enjoying each other's company. And some more doodles. I think I just, I don't know, just get rid of some materials maybe. Some trees. I think this was when I was trying to draw like once a day again. Trying to get back into the practice after being on holiday. I was just drawing from my photos. So this was an autumn walk I did. This is like in Kindle, and it goes down. This is actually how I get to the lake. So you go down this path and you keep going, and then you cross the road, and then there's the lake over here, the river, sorry, over here with the geese that I like to draw. And now I believe we're coming closer to Burbfest. No? So I don't know what this is. Oh, these are some kingfishers, actually, from South Africa. I don't know why they're all in different materials. I think maybe we did them on stream. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Oh, no, I did this for Patreon, actually. I remember. I did this for Patreon as part of our African Animals Patreon talk that I do once a month. Once a month on Patreon, I do like a Zoom, and this theme was African animals. And then this little bit here was trying to come up with like a banner to put onto the website for my agent, so that she had like a banner. I was going to go with houses originally. I did all this on stream too. I was going to go with houses originally, but I didn't really feel like me. This is what it's going to look like little houses with little birds on top, but I didn't do that in the end. Some other birds, I can't remember why I drew these, but this orange, bright orange, is incredible. What is it? I don't even know what the orange is, but I love it so much. It's fun when you draw stuff and you completely forget about it. Like, I have no memory of drawing this. Maybe I didn't. Maybe someone stuck in and drew it while I was out. This was part of a Sarah Dyer Patreon session where we did text. I really love Sarah Dyer. I've been one of her patrons on and off for a few years. And I always have to leave. I come back and I leave and I come back and I leave just because I don't have time to do the live streams, and I really love all the live streams that she does. And I feel like if you can't be at the live, like it's not really worth it, because I don't really like watching the replays. I want to be there, like, you know. So this was that, and the rest of the time, the couple of months I was her patron for, I couldn't go to any of the other live streams, which was really sad because they're all during work hours and night times when I was doing things. And then this was a little Christmas illustration that I did, little bear with lots of presents, and some more African animals, I think, for my patron Zoom. I did like different exercises. This was blind contour. I really love this derpy buffalo. Some zebras. I really don't like these, how these turned out. This face is so weird. But I love the spread here with the two giraffes and the elephants. I think that's really nice. And the little rhino with the oxpeckers. And then this last page, which always for me is like a super mess. I normally clean my Neo colours on it. I look at different colours, different swatches and things. So yeah, I did this really ugly deer. poor little guy. And that was it. That is the sketchbook. So like a whole bunch of stuff. There's some really random bits in here. There's some challenges. There's some live streams, some other people's streams and calls, some Doggust stuff. I mean, and it goes right back to when I was trying to do like a tree journal. So yeah, a huge mess. And you probably recognize this. I got this from the inside and I painted it afterwards. A huge mess of a sketchbook, but it was fun, and it's a fun journey to like look back through and see everything that you've done. So that is the sketchbook tour. That's the video for this week, and I'll be back hopefully next week with something to do with Burbfest. So check back then. That's all from me today. Have a lovely rest of your day, your week, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.